We need a modernized regulation for audiovisual media services and for copyright licensing in particular. The regulation, we think, is a very balanced approach. It helps us because it gives us all the flexibility we need, and it gives us a tool in our hands to make our content available to citizens, to people that are still connected with our countries but live abroad, which is a reality nowadays. The members' turnover, which are in the BEUC, is roughly 36 billion euro per year. And half of these 36 billions are invested in productions. And with these numbers, our members are the biggest producers of content in Europe. In a time where everybody takes much more interest in news and events that take place in another country, you would like to access their programs in a different way, to just get another view, another point of view to an event that you think is of concern to yourself. And this regulation will help us and bring us into this position.
Our proposal will facilitate cross-border online transmissions of TV and radio programs and retransmissions of channels from other member states. Our aim is to increase volume of the content which will be available cross-border 2 times. And I'm absolutely sure everybody will benefit from this. Our people, content industry, broadcasters, everybody will benefit from this. If people, they will get access to our cultural diversity, and if people, they will get legal access to cultural diversity. Applying the country of origin principle to rights clearance for certain online services will allow broadcasters to make programs available in other EU countries. The aims of our proposal are simple: a better choice and access to content online and across country borders, and a fairer and sustainable marketplace for everyone in the digital age.
So for me, it's really important to work on this file, and I opted to become this rapporteur because, as you said, I'm kind of a digital native. I'm used to watch television programs online. Opening up the content cross-border is a really good idea, and people traveling or living in another country than their home state will benefit from this proposal. I think that we should keep in mind that, especially in times of rising populist developments, a broad access to news, debates, cultural and entertainment program is essential for well-functioning democracy based on the information of an information society. I think it's very important to note that neither the contractual freedom nor the principle of territoriality in film financing are abolished by the proposal.
This regulation is actually very good news for European consumers, because what we see increasingly and what our member organizations, consumer organizations across the European Union tell us, that there is a big degree of frustration amongst consumers. Why? Because they would really like to see content provided online from other member states. It's a simple proposal. From a consumer perspective, there is a simple problem, if you want, which is that consumers across the European Union are increasingly frustrated about the fact that they want to reach out to enjoy content from other providers in other member states. 1 out of 2 consumers in Europe who say we would like to have access to cross-border content, and previously it was only 19% of European consumers, and this development within 4 years. So the trend is very, very clear. The content is not open for consumers from other member states, which is a situation which does not correspond to the idea of a digital single market that we want to build up. So this is good news. We hope that the European Parliament will really help to get this adopted as soon as possible. We have a lot of surveys and figures now that show that if you have better legal offers, if you have better availability of content, consumers are not interested in pirating audiovisual content, but they really are ready to pay if they have quality offers at hand.
Public service media increasingly offer online-only programs to their audiences. Online-only services are particularly popular with young audiences. The definition of ancillary service needs to be amended in order to reflect the reality of broadcaster service. It was indeed a very interesting discussion. I'm very happy to hear that we share the same objectives as the Commission when it comes to modernizing a copyright regulation that sort of takes care and also takes into account that the world has changed, that the mobility has increased, that technology has changed the way of receiving and distributing content. With the right regulatory framework, European public service media can contribute to the digital society and to deliver public value to the citizens. We can do that. One of the core values, besides the independence, of course, of our editorial content and quality of editorial content, is universality, to reach out to citizens. And of course, our natural territory is the country. But as our citizens travel more and more and live abroad to a certain extent and vote also from abroad, I think this is a good way to stay connected to our citizens wherever they are.